Oh, hi there. Welcome to the Freedom Alternative. Besides being a generator of underqualified people being put in positions they're clearly not good enough for, and besides being an unfair policy all around, not least because of the racism or sexism of low expectations, affirmative action can also be dangerous for the general public in certain fields, like fire departments, for instance. Apparently, me saying this is a display of my white boy privilege, at least according to an utter failure of human being hired in the New York Fire Department following an affirmative action effort. NY Post titles Uproar Event over FDNY, that is the Fire Department of New York, activists' white boy privilege rant, and it goes like this. The leader of the city's female firefighters has sparked outrage for boasting white boys and white privilege. Sarinia Sriskol, president of United Women's Firefighters, is taking heat from fellow bravest after some found her online comments. And the comments read, "These white boys crying and complaining over this because their white privilege is being messed with. Try living a life being racially profiled." Critics say Sriskol violated the FDNY's social media policy when she posted the comments in November. The policy bars statements that bring the department into disrepute, but some firefighters say Sriskol gets away with it because she is politically correct. And you know what? Those firemen are absolutely correct. She will get away with it because she has both the politically correct sex and the politically correct skin color. And then there's this gem. Sriskol, who failed the fire department academy twice before graduating after a third try, has been outspoken about FDNY's hiring criteria, calling some requirements unfair to women. And by the way, something that this article doesn't say, but I'll tell you, her third attempt graduation did not come as a result of her improving her capabilities in some way, shape or form, but as a result of an introduction of a lower criteria, more or less made specially for her. Now, the trouble with this is that this kind of move will have a negative impact on the public. Someone, at some point, will die exclusively because the firefighter on the scene is there because of affirmative action and, as such, is physically incapable of saving that person. It's only really a matter of time until that happens. And no amount of feminist rhetoric can change the reality. Women, by and large, are significantly inferior to men at firefighting. Sweden has learned this the hard way. Some portions of the press warned about this years ago. Let me read you something from a Swedish newspaper back in 2013, in February. If your apartment catches fire, firemen need to go in there fast to save you. A common apartment door can be forced open in 10 to 20 seconds, and a security enforced door takes 45 to 60 seconds. Now information has leaked that female firefighters take more than 10 minutes to break through a secured door. If this is true, it is deeply serious. After that amount of time, there will be no life left to save on the other side, says Henrik Persson, fire chief in Högnäs. After the article in Dispatch International on January 26, 2013 on how the diversity agitation within the Emergency Services South endangers public safety, the editors have received several hints about how bad things are in Swedish fire brigades. The situation seems to be worst in the city of Lund, where fire brigade has been highlighted as exemplary due to an almost perfectly equal gender balance. Some time ago, the firefighters were practicing forcing open security doors while wearing full protective clothing. When two female firefighters were put to the task, it reportedly took them 11 minutes. And despite these realities, only some officials took notes, and they did it quietly, they didn't boast about it. But many firefighting departments in Sweden didn't do anything in light of this reality. And the result? Well, when last year's big forest fires occurred in Sweden, the disaster was far, far, far higher than it should have been, or it could have been, because the firefighters and the Civil Contingencies Agency had been busy to hire more women and spend millions upon millions of euros and svenska kronor to conduct gender diversity courses, as opposed to, I don't know, buying more proper equipment and hiring more knowledgeable people and, the basic stuff. I'll leave an article in the low bar about the whole debacle in Sweden last year. And what you read there is exactly what will happen in the United States sooner or later. This is the inevitable result of affirmative action, the hiring of agitators and largely incompetent people. When that happens to a TV company, that's not such a big deal. But when this happens to critical services, such as fire stations, real people will die and plenty of wealth will be destroyed as a direct consequence of this nonsense. Think about this reality before making a case again for affirmative action. Just think about it. You're genuinely advocating for more people to die in the name of your diversity. And with that being said, don't forget to click the subscribe button, and to keep these videos coming, please consider supporting this channel. Thanks for watching.